They are hidden in plain sight, disguised as everyday objects sold through social media and printed at home. Federal agents say that a new wave of illegal gun tech is flooding North Texas streets now. And this morning, I-Team reporter Brian New investigates the rise of Swift links and the federal operation to stop them.
When investigators launched a major sweep last spring across 5 crime hotspots in Fort Worth, they didn't just find drugs and guns. They also seized nearly 150 machine gun conversion devices.
If you choose to poison our streets, you will be met with the full force of the law.
These tiny parts turn semi-automatic guns into illegal machine guns, capable of firing up to 15 rounds per second.
The fear of these being used more often in mass shootings is the biggest fear, and so we really try to tamp these down as hard as possible.
An ATF report shows an 800% spike in these devices since 2019. Many of the most recently recovered are Swift links. Hidden inside rifles, these devices are nearly impossible to spot.
You would have to actually know what you're doing and open a rifle up to find out if it had any kind of manipulation.
Dallas ATF Special Agent in Charge Benny Mims says his agency's focus has been on stopping the sellers. In Dallas, they tracked down one of them through Instagram. The account, Mr. Droppin' Fully Auto. An undercover agent met the seller, 18-year-old Corey Wilson, in a fast food parking lot. Court records show Wilson sold 26 Swift links. He was convicted and sentenced to a year in federal prison.
We can chase all day long. We're going to do that part of it, but we have to stop the flow and the source of these weapons that they're getting out there on the street.
Last year, the ATF launched Operation Kill Switch, a statewide crackdown on these devices. So far, the operation has led to multiple arrests and major seizures, including the one we saw in June. But the problem isn't shrinking.
Right now, we feel that we're working our butts off to try to contain the problem and to get as many of these off the street. If we don't stay on top of them, it really gets out of control.
I-Team reporter Brian New is joining us in studio this morning. And Brian, you've covered these conversion issues and these devices for years now, but what makes Swift links different?
Yeah, so typically when we think about these devices, we think of Glock switches. Now, these are devices, and we'll show you one up here, that attach to the back of a pistol. Now, when it comes, and you can see these from the outside. When we talk about Swift links, they look slightly different. They go inside a rifle and they can't be detected from the outside. Now, both of them do the same thing in terms of they manipulate the firing mechanism of a gun, allowing it to fire like a fully automatic.
So where are sellers able to get these?
Yeah, well, they're able to find them online, on social media, but a lot of people now are simply printing them at home on 3D printers, and we found the blueprints for these all over the internet. They're often disguised as other items, such as like a bottle opener or a phone stand, but these blueprints are everywhere.
Obviously, you reported this there. There's a huge uptick on the purchases of these. How is law enforcement able to keep up with all of this, though?
Yeah, they're trying to keep up with it. The ATF has launched, they call it Operation Kill Switch. It's a new initiative to really crack down and focus on these devices. Part of that is training local law enforcement on what to look out for because these continue to evolve. The other part of it is to get prosecutors to go after these cases. But as these devices evolve, as we're seeing, more of them go from being purchased online to being printed at home, it's a constant battle.
Talk about exactly how dangerous, this really is.
Yeah, I think the ATF says that not only do these allow a gun to fire like a machine gun, but what oftentimes people don't realize is they also make it harder to control a shot. And so it's not only the intended target, but when you have one of these devices on, it could cause your gun to fire in multiple directions and hit just really anyone nearby. And that's really the fear that ATF told us, that they are worried that one of these may be used in a shooting, even a mass shooting, and it could cause so many more people than just the intended target to be hit.
Absolutely, Brian. Thank you so much for your reporting.